Alright, so this was with about 2 days of prep time. So it was 2 days of just doing RTI and all that kind of stuff, right? And unfortunately, even though I'm already up to 171, it looks like it's going to be another day to go from 171 to 180. It's about 3 days. 2 days prep, and then 3 days of just all my clones doing this. There's not a lot that I can do to speed it up. I mean, I already took build speed up pretty far. I guess I could bring it up even further, but... not really all that much. Guess I could bring space stim up a little further too, but there's not really a lot I can do. So, because the question is, how much is it going to be to go to 190 and then to 200? That's the question. And I don't know. I mean, probably a lot. So, the reason that I need to keep track of this is 3 days worth of these isn't going to break the bank. But if the next 10 take, well, exponentially longer than the previous, I don't know, man. 197. That's a good amount. But I'm going to want enough left over for doing the day challenges and the RTI. I also want more GP banked up before I do the day challenges. I'd really like to hit a few expensive monument challenges as well, but... man... if only I had a way to speed this up more. So, assuming that I get this done in 5 days, I suspect it's going to end up being 5.5 days or more. Ugh. I don't know exactly what the scaling is on the time for each one, but anyway, the next one is probably going to take 7 days-ish. Probably. And then the final one is going to end up taking... oh, I don't know. Maybe 10 days? Maybe more? Total? Of which, 2 days of prep time we can knock off of each of those numbers, but still, God, it's just... there's a reason I put off the last few of these for so incredibly long. And it's... oh, it's still painful. In the time that I've been putting it off, I added more shadow clones. I added more crystal power. I used the overflow challenge to boost the crystal power. My RTI has gotten better. And also, the more shadow clones helps with that as well. Okay, well, crystals don't really get better. Not really, but I'm using the crystal power to, or no, don't do that. I'm using the actual crystals themselves as well. So, I just don't really have any other ways to improve my speed at which I construct this. I could always wait till I have even more shadow clones. Or I could try purchasing build speed outright. I could run more overflow challenges and, you know, boost the crystal power further. Yeah, no, there's not really a whole lot I can do about this. And one of the annoying things about these is that the multiverses, this stuff, if only it lasted more than, you know, 2 days. If only this lasted for 5 days or a week, this would be fantastic right now. Unfortunately, it sucks because it's at 0 almost the entire time I'm running the challenge. I didn't even push it that hard, honestly. I mean, obviously, I didn't push it very hard. The GP is, compared to what the crystal gives me, 20 every 30 minutes? And this is like, it's not very good. This is never very good by comparison. Maybe if I had way more shadow clones, I could make it work. Do a bunch of overflow runs. I do like doing overflow runs. They're very comfortable. They're very, very comfortable. What I mean by that is, like, I don't have to put a great deal of effort in. I can idle it, mostly, and everything flows very good. Whereas actual overflow challenges are... Ideally, they'd be 3-hour runs, but they end up being 6-hour runs. I mean, that's how long the challenge takes before you can cash it in. I would get more GP, crystal power, like all the things if I rebirth every 3 hours. And I can do that while doing an overflow challenge. You won't get as many overflow points, but you get, you know, it's better. But, you know, 3-hour runs are tedious. They're tedious. You have to fuss with a ton of stuff. There's not enough automation to make them comfortable. Anyway, there's nothing I can do except for wait. I'm curious, why not? 22, huh? Well, okay, well, I just thought I'd ask. There's no way I can spend the absurd amount of divinity being produced. I wonder. Why don't I? Let's see what happens if I do this. Time needed is still 0.03 seconds. That's what it was before. Are you not sped up? Time needed. Huh. I think it was already maxed. I think I've achieved max creation speed. Well, how about that? Huh. Huh. Okay. Wow, the potions, they do nothing. I mean, they'll still have an effect over here, but not over here. Interesting. That's kind of cool. I could boost the create speed further by dropping a mage in here if I had one that wasn't off in the tavern doing its thing. Well, anyway, nothing else to report other than you are basically ready to be swapped out. You look pretty good now. All pets take 50% less damage. Your healing is 200k plus 42%, which absolutely surpasses the panda. The panda no longer is needed for anything in this group. This is the next one who's going to be power leveled. And, yeah. I guess the panda can stick around just until I've power leveled the other one, but then the panda gets the boot. And yeah, mermaid, and then once the strategist is powered up, this team will basically be complete. For all intents and purposes, anyway. I do want to power level my, vampire still. I still want to do that. So that she can, you know, power up and become my strongest pet ever. What do I do with the extra scales? The mermaid doesn't gain any benefit from having them. Also, you're going to spend a while on this monster blood. It's going to take a while to make the potions. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I'm not entirely sure what the vampire is going to be used for. She's going to have an absurdly high growth value. But I don't really have a use for her as a warrior. So I guess she's just going to be a crafter. I'll probably just give her the, well, you know, the spectrometers. And let her do her thing as my, crafter-in-chief, I guess. I really should be crafting a crap ton of equipment, but I just got lazy and stopped crafting equipment a long time ago. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to make a whole bunch of not-nothings, and I'm going to experiment with those soon. I've also got these to experiment with, and I feel like there's something else to experiment with as well. Oh yeah, there's also that ring that can be powered up to boost one of my, pets. Make him betterer! So... I don't know. I don't know how good these new pets will be in some of these challenges. The pet that I really want to boost up is, not you. I want to put it in one of those pupil slots, but I'm still powering up, the robot. This thing, which isn't doing anything at the moment. I really want this thing's growth to get high enough that it can finally evolve, because this pet seems like it'll have an impact. I'm nowhere near getting this one. I'm nowhere near getting that one. And I'm not entirely sure how good it is. It's clearly a battlesmith. But, yeah, I don't know how great it is. Well, alright, final thing to ask. It's almost reached the top 10. It's time to take the growing love pendant off and give it to someone who needs it more. Namely, this guy. Huh, you're immune to poison? I didn't know you were immune to poison. That's, nice, I guess. Anyway, yeah, so you can continue growing by just hanging out in the pupil slot, but that growing pendant, that has to go. You can't have that anymore. Sadly. And the bottle has a long way to grow before it gets there. Yeah. If only I had a way to transfer growth from one pet to another. Some kind of growth transfusion. But I don't. Anyway. Alright, so I was done with this at about the 5-day mark, but I had to wait for all this finish, and it has. So let's go ahead, click, clack, and, well, I guess I should wallop a few things. Is this the limit? Oh, weirdly, not the limit. It feels like I could go just a smidge further. Even further. Beyond! Well, slightly improve my crystals. Alright, here, do this. Done. Okay, now you can go back to what you were doing. Wait, no, this. That's what you were doing. Okay. Oh, good, I got it. Cool. I somehow doubt knocking these 3 out would give me the oomph to take another one down. So we should just move right on along. The last one that I did, let's take a look for a second. Well, cut that in half, of course, because we'll be using the chakra pills. So it ends up being 2.5, 2:45. About 2 hours and 45 minutes, give or take. Times 10, with it increasing the whole time. Yeah, it's going to be at the next 10 is going to be well, it's going to be more than a day. It's probably going to be either a day and a half or 2 days. No matter how many times I look at it and think about it, I always come to more or less the same conclusion. Yuck. I really wish this bonus was still here. Look, I could even do this. Oh, I never did this. Should I? I mean, it might help me knock down another one. This might be worth doing. If it's only going to take a few minutes, I mean, why shouldn't I? I guess. I couldn't even... I've got enough of these, I wouldn't even mind burning one for it. Why not? About to start another challenge that's going to take another 1,000,000 years, so might as well have a little fun with the end of this one. Okay. Are we strong enough? No, we're not strong enough. We won't even touch it. I mean, maybe this would help. It would do something. I can take one more down. I can just build up a little bit and take one more down. I might as well. I'll do it. I've talked myself into it. But yeah, no, this stupid rebirth multiplier. If you're not rebirthing within like a day and a half, like it's just it's difficult to convince myself to invest more into things that you're not using most of the time. They're also no good for 6-hour runs. And they're no good for 3-hour runs, especially. I can take them. I can take them. Oh, actually, there's a thought. I'm just gonna snatch this for a second. Yeah, I still had it on total growth there, because I was calculating things. Right, where was I? Oh, right, you, yes. I'm changing you to a defender, actually. And if I plop him in as a defender, let's see what that does to my power level. Yeah, that had an effect. Mystic and Create. Bolstered. And that got us the kill that we were looking for. Cool. Well, that bought us another 61 light clones. We'll try to be excited about it. Light clones are good, you know. They make a difference. 61 of them is like... What was that? +6 to every single thing? Every single thing over here? No, wait, there's more than 10 of them. It's like +3 to all of them. That's a big deal, you know. Yeah, alright, I guess we're done here. Do I really want to start another one? Yeah, I guess it's fine. When was the last time I went over my numbers? They're getting pretty big, you know. They're getting pretty big. Oh, I didn't notice you. Sure. Oh, come on! Oh, I hate that. I could gain some shadow clones. Next time I'm gonna upgrade this, I'll claim those. Didn't see this one before, though. 20,000. That's not really that much. It doesn't really make a ton of difference, but... You know, it's something. And basically, I'll get a level 15 gem of every category. So it's nice. I am contemplating making more level 13 gems to give to the dwarf, but I'm not sure if I really want to bother investing in him very much. I don't know. I mean, he's... the dwarf is not that good of a blacksmith. I mean, we've got the robot as number 1. The anteater is my number 2. The elf is my number 3. She could probably be better if I was spent all my time crafting gear, but I don't. And then the dwarf wants all of your freaking elemental gems, which is actually expensive. It's actually expensive to upgrade him minuscule amounts, and it's like... He's never even going to be as good as the elf, so, I mean... Why, you know, I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. The investment just doesn't feel like it's worth doing. Can you believe there's nothing good here right now? Nothing good here. Ball's Joke and Hidden Valley are the only things that will give me anything out of all of this. Well, I mean, I guess I could do, you know, Cold and Hot Sun. Hot Sun is actually nice, but I don't have enough pets in the right category to run them. So, I'll just, you know, not. I'll just not. How about that? Alright, how you doing, buddy? It's a little bit better. 143%. You got a ways to grow, but for comparison... okay, well that's a 400% boost. Let me see. What are my other rogues like? Okay, well that's not fair. You're a special rogue. 381%? Almost 500%. Okay, okay, you suck. You've got a long way to go, buddy. How is your loot increase so bad? How is the squirrel that much better than you? I get that your class level is only 33, but holy crap. How are you this far behind? Because the squirrel is like 0.5 times class level, and you're like 1.33 times class level. That's an enormous difference. Hmm. 50 class levels is a lot. Still, that feels like an absolutely enormous difference. Well, whatever. He'll gain levels. He'll get good. He'll get good. Alright, I'm gonna need to set up for... I switched to the bat so I'd have a really high level space dim all the time. I wonder... I don't really want the bat to be permanently placed here. He's got this XP boost, which makes him useful for gathering XP for the dojo, but... I've been throwing some of my XP around a little bit here, a little bit there. I'll just do it. I kind of want him to be gathering dojo XP, but at least for a little while, I'll let him play in the RTI. I know that Mimic is increasing my RTI XP, but the RTI XP is so slow and so bad that I don't think it matters. Like, you're not really gonna, you're not gonna level up in RTI in any reasonable amount of time. If you want XP, you go other places. Like crafting. Crafting gives good XP. Adventuring gives XP. It's decent. Dungeons give plenty of XP. 2 different flavors of XP, in fact. It's great. Yeah, once I get that thief back in, I'll experiment and see what the basilisk can do for me over here. I'm contemplating trying to growth it more. Get it in the growth campaign for another 100k. The mermaid's pretty good healer. I mean, a really good healer. I don't know. The mermaid's ability is complex. I don't think the difference is big enough between the two to make it jump a difficulty level, which is the only thing that actually matters. But even in a vacuum, like, is the mermaid really better than shields? I don't know. I like the shield. I think the shield is nice. But would this weird soul stuff be better over here? I don't know. I don't know. I can experiment with it, but as I said, it's not like it's gonna get me to go up from difficulty 3 to difficulty 4, and that's the only thing that matters, is stepping up another level. I really want to get something to hit a 5, even just once, so that I can evolve the one pet, but I do not believe I'm capable of arranging a team that can pierce difficulty 5 right now. Once I get up to difficulty 4, I might seriously consider an attempt. But for now, I don't think so. I don't see it happening. Alright. Why don't you make me some galaxies? And I will now take all of you and put you here. And 10 million you can live in that for the next basically weak. And oh, 99's close enough to 100. I don't need to swap anything around at the moment. I'll just let you guys do Space Dim for a while. I guess I'm going to push the building speed even further up this time. Oh, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna snag a few things and relocate them now. Because I do think hive mind and time manipulation and gene splicing are a very good thing to build up quickly. They're just good. And I won't need the actual build speed for a while. So, you know, I can wait a couple of days and then switch it over. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. Slowly getting bigger. No, I don't know why I still stick around with that particular mini idle game, but I do. I still do. Eh. Oh, finally. The last hour and a half has arrived. Oh. Well. How many do I have left? Let's see here. 104. Well, not so bad. Okay. How long do I want to spend making black holes? Not that long. I'll hit the cap pretty quick, I think. So, let's go for... I'll give you 4 hours. You're up next. What? Need to go through and check how many floors everyone can beat and such. 4 hours, here you go. Enjoy. How's our items doing? Check, 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 check. All is good. Meanwhile, the blood. Eventually the vampire is going to start going on and leveling again. Okay. This took much longer. Wouldn't this start going down? I think 7 days is the limit, and then these numbers start going away. Imagine your build speed going down to, losing... It's at about 18x. Imagine this going away. Oh my gosh. Good I waited so long to do this challenge. To do the last one. It's good I waited patiently and built up my clones and everything. Everything I could do to make this a little bit easier. Well. What do we do now? I think I'll hit some expensive monuments and see how those feel. I'm still looking at them day challenges, but wish I could keep these numbers here, but no, we have to reset everything away. Oh well. Oh man. Alright. case you can't tell, I just woke up. Ugh. So, I'm gonna reset these, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe lay back down for a little bit. Ugh. Made a miscalculation. I was done with this challenge like 10 hours ago, and I hadn't exactly even been rushing it then. I didn't have any memory of how long this particular challenge took. But, you know, I just treated it like it was going to be a 2-day challenge and figured I'd figure it out from there. Well, here we are. Anyway, I'll just leave it here overnight. Sort things out in the morning. Ah, yes, that's why I needed a long update. Added absolutely nothing. Well, it's April 1st, so... Is that so? Should be getting an Easter event about now. Why is it taking so long to load when I pushed play? Oh, this is gonna be something, huh? Okay, there we go. So where are we currently? Well, I am 14 challenges into expensive monuments, and I'm still beating them in more or less 24 hours. My schedule makes it an inexact thing, but, you know, more or less. Oh, hey, look, there's the Easter egg. Okay, well, that's a good sign. Alright, I need a tiny bit of time for that to work its way through. Probably... Oh, no. Okay, well, then I guess... Well, alright then. The event will start in 9,000 days? Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Nothing for me to worry about then. 20 hours, I think. So... Look, I need to hurry up. So this particular run, I ended up not upgrading the Divinity Generator. I honestly don't feel like it made that big of a difference. Alright, meanwhile over here, Gigabonk. No new pets, no strangeness detected here. No museum. In-game events, huh? You mean like Easter? Not sure how I feel about making part of the pet village tied to events. But whatever. Unleash the might. Okay, it looks like you're pretty well done here. So, purchase more of these, as always. Spread them out. We're up to 156k again, which is great. Feed them all. As we continue to work our way through... Nothing strange. Detecting nothing strange. That only makes me more suspicious. That only makes me ever more suspicious. Oh well, whatever. I think... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Divinity on like a 9-hour thing because I'm using the Divinity campaign to get the resources that I need. Maybe 10 hours. I probably won't be using Super Divinity Challenge either. I'll probably go to bed with it just in the regular. After I went through all that trouble to do the Super Divinity Challenges, I find that it's not that important whether I use it or not. Which is a little bit of mildly aggravating, but, you know, I mean, it makes a small difference. It helps a little bit. Kind of. Wrong button. Might as well get these all flagged at least. I don't know, just because. I don't have a good reason for it. I'm going to flag them all now. And there's no one who can stop me from doing it. Okay, go back here. Just like do that. Yeah, do that. Okay. Well, I mean, if I can't detect anything going on, I'm just gonna, go about my business as usual. I don't know. Here we go. We found something. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, dark and light are present. I see. Don't push the red button, but there are no red buttons. There's only a black button here. So I guess it's okay to push that, right? Welcome to April Fool's Day. I guess I have to reset the whole thing. Yeah. Looks like I have to reset the whole game. Okay. Well, it could have scrambled all of my stats for a day. Should I just leave this like this for a few hours and see if anything... No, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm about to go to bed. In fact, I am so very about to go to bed that I'm gonna go over here. And I'm gonna use one of these. Yes. That was weird. Whatever caused it to do that? Alright, some portion should be left here, I guess, so that when the campaigns finish... I didn't start them yet. So that when the Divinity campaign finishes, there's something for it to work with. So I'll give you... Oh, what the hell? I'll give you 10 hours? I'll give you 12. Yeah, we don't actually need this. I can sort that out when I get up. I am, however, going to need... Oh, wrong button. Doggone it. Okay. I'm gonna need some here. I'm gonna need some here. I'm gonna need something over here. There. Alright. There we go. Set these all to 12. And I guess there's really nothing else for me to tinker with. Unless perhaps the red button on a feature that pretty sure isn't going to ever be a feature. Nope, didn't change anything. Wow, you went and made all of this crap. As if you were really putting this in the game. Under multiverses. Uh-huh. Well, he did put some time into it this year. Alright, I gotta go to sleep now. I must go to sleep. Oh, man. Alright, I'm gonna put 10 million of you to work here. That should get something started. You need a bit of divinity to build the Super Divinity Generator after all. Alright, anyway, that's that. Is it just me, or is it slightly... Oh, that's better. Mostly. Alright, I'm going to bed now. Okay, so we have an event. And... no pets? No event campaign. Something completely different. So, I have an white egg, and I can upgrade it like this. I can then use those to upgrade these. So, the blue, green, yellows, and reds. Okay, RGB and yellow do nothing in and of themselves. However, this egg will increase the growth of your weakest pet by the number of pets you own divided by 100 per cycle. What? Most you can get is 1,000 times the number of pets you have growth in this event. Anyway, to upgrade it, I need 3 things. First one creates pet stones. Level times pet stone per cycle. Anyway, that one's red and yellow. And the only other one that matters requires them all. And it gives you trade for event things. And the event things are Bugs Bunny statues. Which are said to improve my might growth. Oh, here it is. Right in front of me. Okay, yeah, that's what it does. So, in theory, I could get myself a nice 20% boost to might growth. Useful. Okay, okay. I'm a little bit late to the event, but I still have 13 and a half days. So... yeah. Well... this seems to be the most important one. This doesn't seem very important. These seem very important. I need to get myself enough to buy 2 statues bare minimum. But the growth. The growth! I don't think I accumulate these at all. I think I just need them to turn... I just need to turn this on as soon as possible. Alright, green and blue. We'll focus first on green and blue and getting this at least started. Or should we start with white and focus on that for a little while, because it's what upgrades everything else? No, let's get at least both of these turned on. I can ignore yellow and red for a little bit, I guess. I need to get this turned on as early as possible as well. Well, anyway, that's what's going on for now. Okay, then. I might as well bring up I am now 15 in. I can still do one in 24 hours if I was perfect, which I'm never. But if I was perfect, I could still do them within less than 24 hours. So that's nice. Though it looks like the adventurer thing is actually going to be a thing? Why in the world would my stats look like this? Surely this must be some kind of other creature or pet or weak shadow clone or something, and not me. Right? Anyway, whatever this adventure is, I guess it's a bit of a surprise. 1,000 times the number of pets you have. But is given to your weakest pets. I finally got all of mine above 300k, so I don't care so much about the weakest pets as I once did. But... really wish I could funnel it into, the Leviathan. That would be convenient. But if it were to affect my lowest pets... oh, well, that wouldn't be a bad thing at all. That wouldn't be bad at all. I am surprised he didn't throw a random pet in, though. Not every pet has to have a mechanic. A simple pet that doesn't do anything in particular. Oh, also, absolutely nothing was added to the game. I don't know. It was added during April Fool's. I don't think I mentioned it during the thing. But, anyway, do it over 9,000 times. That's what I see. That description. So guess what I'm a-doing? I should really try using these in the dungeons. I really should. Yeah, my pets have gotten to be pretty strong, but never strong enough. Let me see. I think my wimpiest pet currently is this one. I think you're the weakest pet in actual dungeoning. I mean, your growth is good, but yeah. You need more levels, man. And you're not gonna get very many in the water tower, sadly. The regular dungeons are where the XP is. Oh, well, too bad. That's where you go. You're stuck. I do wonder about the value of the mermaid versus... I just don't know. Anyway, oh yeah. I commented on that last video, I'm sure. Oh, hey, wait a sec. No, go back. How much of an upgrade does the level do? I should wait until I get upgrade level 1, and then I should get the green, blue, yellow, and red ones turned on. Just started. The speed can come later, because that's a 20%, but the cycle needs to at least be turned on to level 1. On all of them, I think. I'll probably focus on white. I'll probably pick up a little bit on green and blue so that I can invest. The first speed upgrade is a slightly better deal than the second level upgrade. But what's it gonna cost for the third upgrade? From 400 to 2,500. 20 squared, and then this becomes... Nope, I don't know the mathematical formula off the top of my head for how these are increasing in price. Maybe if I upgrade the next one, I'll know. Well, anyway, we'll see how this looks after I've been playing it for a good 8 hours, yeah? Yeah. Great, you've got me staring at some JPEGs of eggs. Eagerly anticipating the number going up. Yep, I'm playing an idle game. Alright, so we've had some hours of adventure here, by which I mean I bought a few things. So, this is very slow. Very, very slow. And, maybe I suppose, maybe I could give it another level up. I guess. There. Now it's very slow, but with slightly higher yield. Well, the good news is we've got lots of days, and we all know how idle games work, so exponential growth ahoy. This one I don't care as much about. Whatever, there you go. Now you got something. And this is really, really slow. I need 2,000 of them for the first bunny. That's gonna be a while. Yeah. Yeah, I had some inefficiency, of course, not being around to click when I needed to. But I'm pretty good about it, and I've been pretty good about sticking to white. So, I don't really know what the point of making its own color a requirement to upgrade it. Like, I don't really get why. You already have to have this at level 2 for it to cost green eggs, but you're already producing green eggs, so why ask for that? I don't know, it was a bit odd. Anyway, we are just gonna keep pushing the whites further and further, I think. I mean, the cost of these is fairly inexpensive, but if you upgrade all of them, that's, what is that, 64,000-ish? Upgrading all 4 of these is about half the price of another upgrade to these. Also, upgrade level is reaching the point where it's not as good as upgrading speed. I have a feeling that speed is going to cap at some point, though. So, from here, I'm probably mostly racing towards the speed cap. Probably. With an occasional upgrade level over there. I can continue to trickle things into the others. I sure would like this to start producing, you know, more than almost 2 hours. It's producing a little better than an egg an hour. And that's not acceptable. It's very much not acceptable. Anyway, I've got absolutely nothing else to say about what's going on right now. I really don't. I need to go through my monuments because they are still set to the last run. I need to alter these numbers. I got plenty of divinity, though. So that's nice. Will I complete it within 24 hours? I don't know. I am uncertain. My build speed is, not enough. But I mean, just the gains we've gotten from doing so many expensive monument challenges is gonna be helpful. Coupled with these new Spunny statues, will it finally be time to run the day challenges? I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, but this is the last thing. Once these are done, there is nothing else to do. Except, of course, unlimited challenges, but, you know. So then we'll go back through the days, and yeah. Yeah, I think the bunnies will help a little bit. $11,200. This is tedious. And I have to do it every time. Every time. So, unless you find watching me fill in these numbers to be wildly entertaining, I think we should just skip to the next part, eh? Okay, so when I woke up in the morning, I immediately got up to speed 10, which surprised me by being the cap. I don't know if they're all capped at speed 10, or if they're all capped at 0.1 per tick, or something else. But I've been working these up, and this one started costing all kinds of stuff. I'm probably going to need to up all of these again. Those are expensive also. Looks like I can upgrade you again. No, I can't. Not right now. I'll give you an upgrade. Yeah, that's probably good. Yeah. Anyway, we're still rolling along. Nothing really else to say. Other than that, I'm just kind of completing these one at a time. Bit by bit. Oops, looks like at some point I screwed that up. Oh well. Honestly, this wasn't my most efficient run. Alright, get as much of that as you can. Because we need to start the next challenge. Well, you're almost green. Could maybe... probably not. Yeah, no, let's just go. Let's just get out of here. I wish this particular event hadn't started while I was asleep. Missing the first few hours of it is gonna... This one, more than the previous ones, you know, the other events we've done, not such a big deal. But this one, it feels like it is going to have an impact on how much I get at the end. Like, I'm not going to be able to just max everything I don't expect. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I can max everything. I don't know. I just doubt it. After all, I only have 118 of these now. That's, doesn't feel like much 2 days in, you know? Doesn't feel like a whole lot, and these are getting more and more difficult. If I can only up the speed more, it would be... But I can't. Well. Well, anyway. So, I'll set these to 24, except for the Divinity, which will be a shorter run, as I've been doing, and really got nothing else to say about it. I really got nothing else to say on the matter. Okay, well, I mean, what is there to say? 10 is apparently the speed limit for everyone. So, while this is 1/10 of a second, this you're only getting about 3 per second. And, well, I can't quite afford this one yet, but, oh, jeez. I need to get, like... Not sure, 10,000 of these? Did it ever state there was a cap? Yes, 10,000. I need 10,000 of them. So I'm going to need it to be... I'm producing about... producing about 25 an hour. I'm going to have to get that... way up. We've got 11 days left, so that's 264 hours, well, with an extra 8 at the end. Anyway, problem is I just don't know what the scale, you know, I haven't been, I guess I haven't been paying close enough attention to the exact scaling here. I have this funny feeling that I'm somehow going to max all of them out. But maybe I'm mistaken. But I think maybe I might be able to. So, I'm no longer going to be focused on upgrading the white eggs, but I think that'll just kind of happen on its own over time. Because every time I sleep, you know, I'll probably have enough to upgrade it again. Trying to decide. I really should focus on the color, the multicolor eggs first. Funny, it doesn't cost white, but there's a white stripe on it. Now, how did that get there? Whatever. Nothing else to say. Things are just rolling along as usual. No, I'm not hypnotized by the numbers moving up. I'm going to go do something else now. Yes.